Students, class 10th, Assalamu alaikum. I'll start with the exercise of equipment. I sent you the paraphrasing of the poem Equipment, but today we are going to do all the exercises. Let's open our books on page number 85. I'll read the poem again to you. Figure it out for yourself, my lad. You've all that the greatest of men have had. 2 arms, 2 hands, 2 legs, 2 eyes, and a brain to use if you would be wise. With this equipment, they all began. So start for the top and say, I can. Look them over, the wise and great. They take their food from a common plate, and similar knives and forks they use. With similar laces, they tie their shoes. The world considers them brave and smart, but you've all they had when they made their start. You can triumph and come to skill. You can be great if only you will. You're well equipped for what fight you choose. You have legs and arms and a brain to use. And the man who has risen great deeds to do began his life with no more than you. You are the handicap you must face. You are the one who must choose your place. You must say where you want to go, how much you will study the truth to know. God has equipped you for life, but He lets you decide what you want to be. The last stanza. Courage must come from the soul within. The man must furnish the will to win. So figure it out for yourself, my lad. You were born with all that the great have had. With your equipment they all began. Get hold of yourself and say, I can. Edgar Albert Guest, born on 20th August 1881 in Birmingham, England, died on 5th August 1959 in Detroit, Michigan, was a prolific English-born American poet who was popular in the first half of the 20th century and became known as the people's poet. His poems often had an inspirational and optimistic view of everyday life. Lad, ladka, a boy or young man, often as a form of address. Equipment, saman, the necessary items, tools for a particular purpose. Figure out, maloom karna, solve or discover the cause of a problem. Triumph, khushi, a great victory or achievement. Handicap, kamzori, a condition that markedly restricts a person's ability to function physically, mentally or socially. Furnish, muhayya karna, give something to someone, supply someone with something. I'll give you the answer to the questions. In the next video, we'll start with the grammar exercises. Choose the correct option. The word equipment is used by the poet as a metaphor. The poem Equipment by Edgar Guest is in the form of advice from father to son. The words forks, shoes, laces are used as an imagery. The mood of the poem, the equipment, is optimistic. When according to the poem, equipment is essential for someone to become a great person, the correct option is D, will, courage and self-control. Use the dictionary to locate, guide and entry words. Choose appropriate word definition. Identify pronunciation through pronunciation key. The first word is wise. It means having knowledge. Hoshyar hona. Laces. Shoe fasteners. Tasme. Equipped to supply. Less shuda. Risen, going upward. Khada hua. Courage, being fearless. Hausla, truth, honest opinion, such. Now turning to the next page, page 89. Write down the imagery of the poem and figure out as to what type of imagery does the poet use. The poet makes excessive use of imagery in this poem. The images are very clear. The persons having 2 hands, the mention of the men using similar laces for tying shoes, these are all imagery. Think over the following words and write down their connotative and denotative meaning. First is equipment. Connotative meaning is tool. Denotative meaning is capacity. Brain, part of CNS. Denotative meaning wisdom. Common plate, a common utensil. Denotative meaning eating in a similar way. Handicap, impediment. Weakness. Top, highest point. Success. Paraphrase the first and last stanza of the poem Equipment. I've sent you the paraphrasing in the previous video. Write in your own words the message of the poem Equipment and tell how effective the message of the poem is. I'll read it to you so that you can go through it. It becomes clear. The message of the poem is that every human being has been created with equal and similar qualities and capabilities. But now it's up to us how to use these capabilities in the best possible way. If you have strong willpower, you will definitely reach to your destination. Next is choose the correct preposition of movement or direction in each sentence. He goes to the library every evening. You must walk along the bridge. Walk down the street and turn left. That woman going into the supermarket is my mother. Sana is talking to Mehvish. Next page, page 90. Choose the correct correct preposition of time or place in each sentence. Stay away from the dog, it bites. Please get up the stage, the performance is about to start. Quick, get the ball before it rolls down the hill. What do you like to do on the weekend? I haven't seen her since June. We will next meet in the middle of next month. Her birthday is on the 6th June. He was born at a farm. Now let's move on to prepositional phrases. A prepositional phrase is a group of words consisting of a preposition, its object, and any words that modify the object. Most of the time, a prepositional phrase modifies a verb or a noun. A prepositional phrase is made up of a preposition and a noun phrase. We use prepositional phrases for many purposes, for example, as adverbials of time and place. We will be back in a few days. They drove to Peshawar. As a post modifier in a noun phrase, Hina is the girl in the red dress. We've got a new television with a 31-inch screen. To show who did something. The lion was lion was killed by the hunter. I saw a wonderful painting by Ismail Gulji. Moving on to page number 91. With double object verbs like give and get, we gave £5 to the woman on the corner. They got a drink for me. After certain verbs, nouns and adjectives, the book belongs to me. I had an argument with my brother. I feel sorry for you. Some of the most common prepositions that begin prepositional phrases are to, of, about, at, before, after, by, behind, during, for, from, in, over, under, and with. Example, he arrived in time. Is he really going out with his friend? Complete the following sentences choosing the appropriate prepositional phrases. Except for Jamil, they all seem pretty cordial. To a great extent, cancer is curable. The train was late. In spite of this, I managed to get to the meeting in time. Apart from the starter, I thought the meal was excellent. What is the matter with you? Now we've done all the exercises, only the question answers are left. In the next video, your question answers will be sent to you. Please like and subscribe our channel. Thank you.